So let's talk a little bit about your FUBU kind of scenario, because you do a lot of for us, by us creativity, baby. That's what you do. and I find it really fascinating because it feels like you went to almost every single Ivy League institution. I mean, you have degrees from Juilliard, Columbia, and Harvard. So I need to know from you, baby, did you ever feel pressure to create under the white gaze? Not
Never.
gaze with the YS, but the gaze, the look, the stare from the white folks.
Yeah. Never. I never felt like I needed to change my tongue, change my perspective, because I just grew up just feeling so proud to be Black and Southern. I mean, that's a testament to my parents, right? The fact that even though, you know, they from the hood. It's from the hood. and they did this interesting thing. You know, they did move us to a predominantly white neighborhood because they were really interested in me being, you know, close to a school that I could, you know, focus and hunker down and get my education. But best believe, every weekend I was at Big Mama house. Don't play. Like, they wanted me to know, like, yeah, we're giving you a piece of privilege in terms of getting you out of an environment that, you know, isn't always the best for us, but you need to know that you are connected to folks, and don't think that because we got a little bit of money, just a little bit, because, you know, middle class Black is very different from white.
Exactly.
Right? You know, don't get it twisted. Just know that this money don't change the fact that people still gonna look at you some type of way because of the color of your skin. So this thing of just being so proud and always knowing that because I got opportunities like going to Harvard, like going to Columbia, all this, that it was my responsibility to always reflect back in a truthful way. You know, not from a place of shame, but from a place of like celebration. Like this.
Amen.
This, for us to be to be able to look at ourselves in the mirror that media is, without feeling like we have to, you know, adhere to white people's, you know, ideals of just being a person in the world. And, you know, there's some Black folks that, you know, be looking at my work and like, why?
Oh, respectability politics.
Like that.
The respectability politics are very real amongst our community.
Real.
Yes.
Absolutely.
But meanwhile,
Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, meanwhile, it's so funny because you're so, you know, half the folks that are criticizing you from a respectability point of view wish they had your credentials, but, you know.
Yes, it's very interesting. And for me, they're like, well, why don't you want to write about lawyers and doctors? Like, why you know, taking on this project that, you know, you got Black women on polls, you know, the Black men, you know, they're not college professors and whatnot. And I was like, look, these people are human beings, and I get it. I get the fact that, you know, my white colleagues, they don't necessarily have to struggle with this because they have so many different representations of them, and the fact that we have so few, I think that's the reason why Black folks in particular are always like, you know, why are you going to focus on that part of us? But I just feel like those people are so resilient, and once again, that's my mom and my daddy. They come from the hood, and that's just what it is. Like, I was not born, you know, with a silver spoon in my mouth, and that's just what it is. I just want to be able to always reflect my truth and the people around me, their truth. And so I think there needs to be an elevated way to talk about folks who's struggling in the bottom, you know, who you know, they are important to, and what they have to say about America, we need to listen, because we're living at a moment in time where constantly we have been marginalized and our voices have been suppressed. And it's like, if you listen to all of us, we all will benefit. We all will move forward as a country, you know?